Cool. So this video is about recruitment niches and how to pick your recruitment niche so that you can make six figures in the next 12 months. So I'm really talking to two sets of people here. One set of person who doesn't know anything about recruitment or just learn about it and they want to get into it more, or they want to get started, then great. Or this is for the other type of person, which is the type of person that has already set up a recruitment business and is not really making too much money for it. I would say if you're not making at least 10K minimum consistently in your recruitment business, then you're doing something wrong. Let's call it 9K, right? But let's say 9K as a minimum. If you're not doing that in your recruitment business every single month, month in, month out, you're doing it wrong, right? You're just doing it wrong. Especially if you're spending, full time on this. If you're doing 9 to 5 and you're earning less than 9 grand a year, or if you work for someone, you're billing 9 grand a month, sorry, or less, then you're doing it wrong, right? You're doing it wrong. I'm going to show you why you're doing it wrong mathematically, right? Because a lot of people, and so for people who haven't set up their business, this is good for you to know and be aware of so that you don't become one of these people. But a lot of people set up recruitment businesses and say, my niche is IT, right? And, that's just the most hilarious thing ever, because how are you going to really add value to any company if you say you do everything and then actually in reality, because no one wants to work with generalists, you won't actually learn anything ever. You won't ever learn anything ever, because you're just constantly going to be going from, okay, I'm going to find a first line support engineer, and then I'm going to find a third line support engineer, and then I'm going to find a Java developer, and then I'm going to find a QA tester, and then I'm going to find an engineering manager, and then I'm going to find a customer success manager, or whatever it might be. You're not going to have a database, deep database of people to help people on those specific roles. You're just going to be going out to the job boards that everybody else is doing. And so that's the reason why you want to stay away from being this general type of recruiter. I know you say you are niche down by I'm in IT. That's not a niche, right? That's not a niche. That's like a whole category, right? A niche is within that, right? And what I promote is becoming a vertical market specialist. This is the VMS model that I teach in my coaching program. Links in the description below. And in fact, the best thing to do is join the Facebook group and connect with me on Facebook and just send me a DM, because it's just the easiest way. I can at least have a little conversation with you beforehand. A lot of people just book calls with me, and I just don't feel like they're going to be right for the program. And I'll tell you that, by the way. If I don't think that you're going to be right for the program, I'll tell you. But if I think that you're going to make money, then I'm going to push you to join, because if I believe that you can make money, then most likely you will, because I put my all into people. And anyway. So the VMS model that I teach is you want to pick a specific skill set, right? So you want to pick a specific job title, right? So for example, again, I love this Java developer example, right? So again, like a Java developer, right? That is a niche. That's your specialism, right? Okay, you can say I'm in the IT niche still, cool, no worries. But you as an individual should be specializing within one particular job title, one specific vertical, one specific skill set. Obviously in IT you can just have software engineer with 50 different languages underneath that, so that's why I'm being specific on the skill set, right? So you just want to recruit for Java people, right? If you've specialized in Java developers, you just recruit for people that can develop in Java, right? Same thing for JavaScript engineers. In fact, for JavaScript engineers, I think three, I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's three different sub languages within JavaScript. I know one of them, I know two of them actually, Angular and React. So those are two different ways, the two different frameworks to code within JavaScript. So when you speak to companies that are looking for JavaScript engineers, they'll be more specific and they'll say, we want a JavaScript React engineer. Nowadays, you just get React engineer as the job title. So that's why it's very important to niche down and focus, so that you have a deep, two reasons. You have a deep database of just that type of person. So when you do find another role with that skill set is needed, you've got the people. You also know the role better. You understand what people do in this role. You know the type of value that the people add in this role. And you also know the type of people that do well in this type of role as well. So you start building this knowledge up as you're going along. You start to realize, okay, you know what? This type of person is good for this type of company, and this type of person is good for this type of company. And this guy won't be good for that company, so I'll send them here instead. But I'll still send them there and just get some feedback, right? So look, regardless, when you have this way, your life is so much easier. Your life is so much easier because all you do is you just speak to the same type of person every day. You just speak to the same type of client in the sense of you speak to clients who want this skill set that you recruit for anyway. It becomes a very easy conversation. If someone says to you, "Hey, look, yeah, we are looking for someone," or "We've just had somebody leave," you can just quickly go straight into job spec call and just say, "Hey, all right, cool. Tell me more about the skill sets that you're looking for." And they'll say the skill sets that you hire. Maybe there's a few nuances underneath that. Maybe they want somebody who can also develop with React Native and use particular backend systems and codes and whatever it might be, right? Certain tools on the back end that are different, and so all these little things are the little things that you then focus further into in your database. And when you actually pull out these gems, these companies are really surprised. Again, I'm going to go back to one of my students who, again, he came with a mindset of like, why would I just specialize the niche down? And he said to me many times, like, I was tempted to like not listen to you and not do it because when you see that there's all these other roles there, and you just want to fill it. But what was the feedback that 2 of the 3 clients said to him? The feedback that, in fact, one of the clients said, "We'll work with you." So they only gave him the opportunity because he said that I specialize in this field. And they said, "Well, if you're a specialist, then we do need someone to help us out in this role. So yeah, cool, we'll give you a shot." So that's, look at that. It's very telling. Not only that, but because he had just been building up his database, he had just been following the process and sent a candidate out to a company that's part of the process, and I exactly laid it out in the program how to do that, and what to do and what to say and all these types of things. But in essence, he just copied what I said, copied the process, and just followed it, right? And what happened is the company came back, said, "Hey, look, we love this candidate. It looks great. We'd love to bring him in for an interview." They brought him into the interview, I think a day or 2 later, and they offered him in the interview itself. And they actually called my student to say, "We've offered him and he's accepted, so here's your money," right? And that, I think, was like 8 or 9 grand placement that he made. So that's the power. But if you're chasing if you're just running around like a headless chicken, you're just finding new roles all the time and new clients all the time, and I don't know, it's just a bit of a ball ache, isn't it? It's not a really good use of your time. You're not really adding value to your clients, and yeah, it's just putting yourself under stress that you don't need. Just be a specialist, focus in one thing. The other thing that I remember that he said to me, in fact, this is one of my newest students who joined. He said the same thing. He said, I could never believe that you can make, £100,000, £200,000 or dollars to the Americans watching in recruitment. How is that possible? Especially if you just focus on one niche, like that can't be possible. And again, one of the things in my course is I'll, show you how to research the size of your market to give you an understanding for how many people are actually in this market, and not just that as well, by the way. I niche down further into geographical location as well. So I'll just say, for example, in the UK we have like the Midlands or the Southeast or the Southwest or the North or Scotland, whatever. So I'll just niche myself further down and just focus on like East Midlands, and that's all I'll do. I'll just focus on companies in the East Midlands. Obviously, if something else comes along, I'll service it, but generally I'll just focus on that patch. Why? Because I know all the companies in that area. Then I know all the people in that area as well. So how can I lose? How can I lose? I know all the companies. I know all the people in that area. So, and all I need to do, and I'll say this to you, and I'll say this to my students, I'll say this to everybody. All you need to do is get your slice of the pie. Right? All you need to do is place one person a month at 9 grand. All right? Very easy to do. 20% of 45k salary. Simple. You should be doing that all day long, right? So that's what it is, guys. Like, that's what recruitment niche is. The VMS model, I would suggest to you to use it, utilize it. Trust me, go ahead with it. Just focus on one skill set, just do that. And it's just going to make your life better in every way. You'll save time and you'll make more money. Like, let me say that again. Following my method, you'll save time and make more money. You'll do less work and make more money. It's not get rich quick scheme, anything like that, but it's just using your time more efficiently to gain the most leverage out of your time. Does that make sense? We're just leveraging your time to gain more value, extract more value from that time than if you're like a generalist, right? Because you're just so much time and no value, right? So much time, no return. So much time, no reward. Or like a little reward. That's my cue to stop talking. Like, share, subscribe, join my coaching program. If you're serious about your recruitment business, if you want to grow your recruitment business, if you want to make money, if you've not got a recruitment business but you want to start a business and you're watching this and you think, hey, look, I would like to give that a try, I would say to you, don't come to me if you just want to just give something a shot and give something a try. Come if you want to make money. My program is called the Money Making Academy because this is for people that are on it. If you're on it, then you'll follow the course and you'll take it step by step and you'll listen to me and you won't question my methods and you'll make money. Simple. Cool. Thanks.